afternoon. Good.
You lose a player of Tytus caliber. How tough a loss is that to absorb? And I know you guys have the next man up the top.
Titus has done a good job of battling through. Appreciate Titus's toughness and trying to push through and play, through some difficult injuries there. Titus is a fighter. Appreciate him, and he did a good job for us. But as we've been throughout this entire year, as we've done this next man up, we still have to shuffle some guys around there, but our O-line has done a really good job of unfortunately, we've had to deal with this before, but we've done a good job of shuffling things around and the guys just working well together as a unit. And for me, is always whoever steps in, can you just play to the best of your ability, right? And the other 10 guys play well around you, we'll make it work.
How much do you anticipate he'll be ready for the start of offseason, or do you feel like
Yeah, we'll see. We're still gathering information. We'll see, that timeline of when he'll be ready to go next year.
Just overall in general, if any, how much does this actually weigh on the team with this being another unfortunate injury?
It does not weigh on our team, right? It's part of football, right? You lose guys. Guys get injured all the time, right? We don't focus on or harp on. We feel for our brother who's went down, but we still have to move forward. We still have to go and compete and play our best.
What have you seen from the Broncos in these last 5 games that has allowed them to turn their season around?
The biggest thing I've seen from the Broncos and how they've turned things around is how their defense is attacking the football. Right? When you take the ball away as many times as they had, I think they have over, 13, 14 turnovers. When you do that, right, you set the offense up, you set the team up, for success. And that's where it starts with these guys. Vance has done a really good job, right, of coaching this defense, getting those guys ready to play. They fly around, they're physical, they attack the football. And when it comes to the running game on their offensive side, that's where I feel like their strengths are. They've done a really good job. They have 3 backs who all 3 guys, right, are really good players, right? They run the ball physical. That's what sticks out to me the most. They're physical players. They run the ball really well. They're dynamic. And however they get the ball, whether it's check downs, whether it's bounce scheme, outside zone, they all do a really good job. And the O-line has done a good job playing together, right, creating some running lanes for those guys. Yeah, we'll see how the week continues to go for Tank. We expect him to be okay.
Coach, as a former defensive player, you've seen on film how the Denver Broncos secondary linebackers are hitting, and some people are saying they're being overly aggressive. But how do you coach, your receivers and your tight ends and your running backs to expect those types of things?
And for us, we have one mindset. We have a physical mindset as well. So it's nothing that surprises us, right? They're a physical team. We're physical teams, and that's how we always operate. We don't change how we do things because of our opponent. We operate one way, and that's a physical mindset, and that's who we've been from day one.
Well, they're down on data to throw a lot of sim pressures. What challenges does their sim pressure package present for you guys?
With their pressure package, again, they're varied in their pressures. They'll throw different things at us. Always still is about us, right, and how we operate efficiently, making sure we're going through our progression the proper way, making sure we're blocking it correctly up front, and giving the CJ time to operate, receivers running their routes with precision, everybody just being on the same page, right? We feel that no matter what they throw at us, if we execute and we're on the same page, we'll be just fine. We'll be able to move the football.
What have you seen for the improvements of Russell Wilson through this 5-game stretch?
And for Russell, I think it starts with the run game, right? Him having a run game, and that's helped him out a lot. Russell still does a really good job there. Throws one of the best deep balls in the league, so we have to be prepared there when they do take their shots. But it's also, if it's not there, he's being smart with the football, right? He's getting the ball to his check down, getting it to his second or third read, and allowing them to continue drives, right? I think he's playing really smart football right now. Then on third down, as Russell has done his entire career, how he's hurt many teams, it's just him and his scramble ability on third down, right, to create first downs, to sustain drives. He still has it, and he's still a problem when it comes to scrambling around the pocket.
As many explosive plays as you've seen from the Jaguars last weekend, do you expect that same type of game plan coming in against the Broncos as far as on the offensive side of it?
For our offense?
Yeah, their offense.
Their offense. for us, I hope we don't have that many explosives. We better do a much better job of being where we're supposed to be. Now, I mean, last week, when you don't play well, you don't execute, right? That's when you give up explosives, right? That's what it comes down to. And the focus for our guys defensively is just everybody be where you're supposed to be, right? And that's how you eliminate the explosives. Make sure we're tight with our communication. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's accounted for, and then we'll have a really good battle where we make them have to earn every yard that they get.
Denzel back, what that does for your defense and how just glad you're right, having back.
Yeah, excited to get Denzel back. Denzel is he's been a physical force for us when he's in there, and definitely need him this week. You know, playing against the Broncos, they're a physical unit. So Denzel being back, I think it really helps our defense.
DeMeco, how much does McKee's play? The players that in the first half of the rest of the factor in, and you wanted to sign him to the roster, and what role do you see for him?
Dez did a good job of stepping in for us last week. Dez, just his mindset, as he's been back, has been whatever you want me to do, Coach. Right? And that's, I love a guy who has that mindset. He's willing to just help out in any way possible. So we'll see, how we can utilize him this week.
Coach, what went into the decision to release Shaq Griffin?
Yeah, with Shaq, Shaq has competed for us. Right, did a really good job for us. Respect Shaq for what he's done for us. As we said this time, just conversation with Shaq, wanted to give him an opportunity, all right, to catch on somewhere else to play.
With the other side of the football, the Broncos secondary, their talent, what do you see from that matchup with your passing game against that kind of secondary?
Their secondary is their strong suit on defense. You talk about the way they attack the ball. That's one aspect of it, but the other aspect is on third down. They play really tight man coverage, right? And they challenge the receivers. They do a really good job of being sticky, being disciplined, exactly where they're supposed to be. And that's going to be our challenge, right? Can we be there? We have one of the top corners in the league, and Surtain. He's done a really good job his entire career. It's going to be a tough challenge for us, but I think their secondary starts with the corners and the way they play coverage.
We'll close it out with Christy and Cody.
So from game to game, I think it's easy to see the strides that CJ makes, but I wondered from your perspective, seeing him, every minute of the day basically, do you see little improvements every time you're around him?
CJ is impressive because of his improvements, because of his growth, and he's grown in many areas since he's been here. And for me, it's really cool and impressive to see a rookie. Sometimes rookies, it takes them a while to figure it out, and he's been impressive to where if you give him a coaching point, he's a very coachable young man, right? He takes that coaching point to heart, and he goes out and shows that improvement, right, the next week. So when you have a guy who loves to be coached, a guy who loves to get better, right, every time he steps out on the field, it's easy to coach young men like that, and that's why CJ has had success, right, because of his willingness to prepare, his willingness to be coached, and his grind to continue to get better at everything that he does.
What do you remember about the process when you talked to the Broncos? Obviously, he ended up here in Houston. Sean talked to the Texans. He ended up in Denver. What do you remember about that process and ultimately when you ended up here with you?
Yeah, the Broncos with the Penner family, awesome organization. I think they're in really good hands. I really appreciate them for their opportunity, right, to sit down and talk with them about the head coaching opportunity. And ended up here, which is it all worked out, right? I'm just thankful and blessed to just be in a position to have those conversations with the Broncos, and for them thinking enough of me to bring me in, right, to have those conversations. Really appreciate Mr. Greg Penner and all the people in the organization there for the Broncos. It's not many times you get the opportunity, so thankful for that, and just happy to be here with the Texans.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.